Hello everyone, welcome to my new video. In this video, let's talk about this QooCam 8K because we have a huge update on firmware that delivers the in-camera RAW+, the Express DNG mode, and the Super HDR. Finally, we have all the three major features in a single firmware update. And in this video, I'm gonna share with you my thought and share with you a live demo about the in-camera RAW+ and Express DNG 8. My name is Yuxing Guo. I am a 360 photography maniac, and on my YouTube channel you can learn something about 360 photography and master your one-shot 360 camera like never before. And this video is not gonna be a very short one, but I will share with you my slides and share with you every detail about this firmware. Now let's get started. Okay, the topic for this video is the next generation QooCam 8K is here now. Because with this update, your QooCam 8K will just be another camera because it has huge improvement on imaging quality. And this is episode 1 because we are gonna focus on in-camera RAW+ and the Express DNG 8. Here is my intro image. This is a blur as a background, and this is the final shot. You can easily capture this shot with the firmware upgrade. The topic, the agenda for this video is gonna be, first, I'm gonna share with you some of my QooCam 8K gallery and share with you the ideas behind this firmware update, why this is huge for the 360 photographers like you and me. And next one, I'm gonna explain to you the Express DNG 8 and the in-camera RAW+. And also, as always, I will give you a live demo to share with you how to make the most of the in-camera RAW+ and Express DNG 8. Okay, the first one, let's see some of my QooCam 8K gallery. You can see all these photos I've captured with the QooCam 8K during the past few months, and I love this camera very much. It helped me capture lots of interesting and memorable moments in my life. Make the most of the camera hardware and software and algorithm. This is the optics. We know that for the optics, the QooCam 8K has a relatively large sensor compared with some other cameras. The sensor size is not as big as Z1. And the computer graphic on the QooCam 8K, we have a very powerful platform. It has a huge amount of computational resources to run the AI, some more advanced algorithms. And for the computer vision, we have the huge update in this firmware to help us deliver some major advanced algorithms to help us deliver high quality images. And we combine the optics, computer graphics, the computer vision, finally in the intersection of the three parts. This is the computational photography, which I love the computational photography very much. But apart from that, we also have to understand the VR and photography. The intersection behind the VR and photography is actually the VR photography. But for your personal VR photography, you're gonna combine the VR photography and your life and capture your special moment. So you're gonna understand the computational photography and at the same time combine this technology with VR photography and capture your private, memorable moment in your life. We must understand the computational photography, the VR photography, and master the new features about this camera. finally you can be advanced hardcore users that can use this camera very well. Okay, so for the optics, we know that there are some specs about this camera. I don't want to talk too much about that. But for the computer graphic, the hardware is really powerful. But for the computer graphic, this is a really powerful computational platform with multiple computational cores, and also has inbuilt DSP, the neural engine, and FPU. It has a 16-bit depth DDR4 DRAM at 4 GB, and also has an internal 64 GB eMMC flash. It's all very fast I/O speed for this camera, and with a lot of computational photography power to help you deliver high quality images. And yes, this is the release note. We have Express DNG8 in-camera RAW Plus Super HDR, and in this video we're gonna focus on the Express DNG8 and RAW Plus. So what is the Express DNG8? I have explained this feature in my another video. You can find it here. It's that it can take a DNG8 shot with 8 DNG combined and do image stacking directly inside the camera. But to make it fast, to make it express, there's no deghosting, there's no motion compensation. So we cannot shoot the Express DNG8 while moving. And the result you have with the Express DNG8 is a high quality 16-bit depth DNG file, and another one that is tone mapped with some color correction, a high quality JPEG file directly from the 16-bit DNG file. It's a very huge, there's high quality photos. And what we can get from the Express DNG mode is we can share high quality panorama with our friends on Facebook, on some other platform, directly with the camera and our cell phone. And we have in-camera 16-bit depth DNG file. We have a lot more potential in the post-process in the Adobe workflow. And be careful that the DNG file with the suffix D is actually the one that's generated by the Express DNG8 mode. And finally, we will have a high quality RAW plus JPEG almost in real time. It's very fast. The stacking benchmark is very cool. So how fast is the Express DNG8? I have made some benchmark tests, and here I will share with you directly with my result about the Express DNG8 benchmark. So with the internal eMMC storage, the one set of the DNG8 with Express DNG8 mode will take around 8 seconds for the image stacking. And for the external SD card with the U3 speed level, it's around 10 seconds. It's very fast. And we also have secret capabilities behind the Express DNG8, because as we know that the QCam 8K, doesn't have the long shutter speed. As we know that for the QCam 8K, we only have 1 second as the longest exposure time. That is far from enough. But with the Express DNG8, as we know that if you apply this composite light, or if you could understand the composite light tricks, we will have a composite long exposure shot as long as 8 seconds in total, because we have 8 shots in stack. Each one of them will be 1 second. Stack them together. If we shoot at light trails, we're gonna have an equivalent 8-second exposure light trails. At the same time, without any overexpose on the background. As you can find here, in this boat, I have a shot with Express DNG8, and with composite light, I have this beautiful light trails. And also this one, I have shared this behind the scenes video about this light trails on my YouTube channel, as you can find the videos here. Here you can see that with the composite light, we have shot light trails with the QCam 8K, and at the same time retain a very good background without overexposed. Because once we shot with such long exposure shot, we're gonna have overexposed on the other side. But with Express DNG8, we can take this shot directly in the camera. Next topic is a workflow. I know that many QCam 8K users complain about this camera because the complicated workflow. And with this update, the workflow is now get more simple. So for the conventional workflow, if you want to share the high quality image on social network with the camera and your phone, now it's very simple. and the sharing quality will be very high. And high quality workflow is to utilize the in-camera stack 16-bit RAW file and do some color grading and stage in the brand new QuickTime Studio 2.0 and share with your friends on the social network. And we can also have a mobile DNG workflow for the Express DNG. And you can find this workflow here. In this workflow, we're gonna color correct this 16-bit file on your phone and copy and paste with some tricks. You can also find some info about the software, the apps I recommend in my videos. Next, let's talk about the in-camera RAW Plus. The in-camera RAW Plus is almost the same as the Express DNG 8, but there are minor differences because the RAW Plus have a much advanced algorithm, so the stacking speed is not as fast as Express DNG 8. So the engineer designed these features for you can manually enable the in-camera RAW Plus in your playback menu. After the in-camera stack, you're gonna have a high quality RAW Plus JPEG. And what you can get from in-camera RAW Plus? First, we have now a portable Canon RAW Plus in your hand. Now we have a RAW Plus inside this camera body, and the performance of the in-camera RAW Plus is the same as the desktop version. So the engineer really did a great job. The file with the RAW Plus enhances will have a suffix of R. So the DNG file, a JPEG file with the suffix R, is a high quality one with in-camera RAW Plus. And we're gonna have a high quality RAW Plus JPEG in the camera. And also, yes, what if we shot lots of DNG shot in your camera with support batch? You can do in-camera batch RAW Plus with a few more clicks in the playback menu. Now let me show you how to perform in-camera RAW Plus on the QuickTime 8K. Now let's take a look at the user interface after this firmware upgrade. So after startup, scroll from right to left, you can see. And for the DNG 8 shooting mode, now we have some more options. Here you can see in the format we have one more option. One of them is DNG 8, the other one is Express. And for the conventional shooting mode like the DNG 8, we will have a new mode. Let's take a look at that. Let's take a conventional the DNG 8. It's exactly the same, but this time when you play back on the user interface, you will have a new option. Scroll to the left. You can see we have a new option here on the bottom left. We have a new icon. This is the RAW Plus menu. As we press the RAW Plus, you can see our in-camera RAW Plus processing will merge and enhance the selected DNG 8 photos in the same group, resulting in greatly improved noise and imaging detail performance. So, which means the camera now could perform the RAW Plus stacking inside the hardware. Okay, already, and now it's gonna render exactly the same on the PC, which means that we have a built-in RAW Plus in the camera body, and you can manually turn it on and off, and you decide which one to stack with the ghosting in the camera body. So this RAW Plus, the performance on the embedded RAW Plus is the same as the PC and the Mac, the desktop version. So it will improve the imaging quality dramatically. And this is how it works. And it also supports batch processing, which I will show you later on. Back on a cell phone or on a computer, you can see the imaging quality will improve dramatically. This is and that is all what have been changed after the firmware upgrade. Batch processing is also really important, especially for the virtual tour photographers. Now let me show you the in-camera batch RAW Plus on the playback menu. And you can also select the batch. You can select 1, 2, 3, and you can see that we can this one, and you can batch process the RAW Plus like this. So it's the camera will batch process the RAW Plus one group after another, and it will end up with super high quality photos directly from your camera. And how fast is in-camera RAW Plus? And here I will give you directly the benchmark test result. For the internal storage, around one set of DNG shot with in-camera RAW plus will take around 37 seconds. With external SD card, the timer is around 40 seconds. It's a little bit slower compared with Express DNG8, but we have motion compensation and we have deghosting, so you can shoot anything you want, handheld, during a motorcycle or something else, and you will end up with a high quality photo without any ghost. One thing I have to mention is that the in-camera RAW plus will by default choose the first DNG shot as the reference image, and for the workflow it's the same as the Express DNG8, but now for the DNG8 shot with in-camera RAW plus, we have much more possibilities compared with the Express DNG8 because we can shoot handheld in the motion environment. And for the high quality workflow, it's exactly the same as Express DNG8, but now we have in-camera batch RAW plus, so we can render the high quality files in the camera while we are not using the camera. So you can charge the camera while performing the in-camera RAW plus. So you can make the most of your free time when you're not using this camera, and the camera is working at full power, full speed, help you improve your imaging quality in batch mode one by one. And also we have a mobile RAW plus, in-camera RAW plus DNG workflow. It's gonna be very cool. You got my idea, right? Next, let's go to the live demo section. The live demo section will divide in two parts. The first one, I will show you the conventional workflow with in-camera RAW plus. It's very simple and very effective. Share high quality panorama on the social network. You can see the live preview photo, and it has an icon on the bottom left. Once it's DNG8, which means we can stack in the camera body, and we can multi-select several of the shots. Let's take this one, and this one. Okay, select all of them. You can see apart from the delete option, we have a new green button on the left. You can enable the in-camera RAW plus. Click on start. But watch out, we have some photos that has a RAW plus icon on the bottom left. These photos have been captured and the quality has been improved a lot by the in-camera RAW plus. Let's make a comparison, such as this one, and this one, and also take a look at this one and this one. We are downloading the JPEG file from the camera to this cell phone. And after that we go to the app album. You can see the photos. This is a single shot. You can see my face is a little bit blurry and it's a little bit noisy, right? And this one, the quality has been, you can see the quality has been improved dramatically. Next one is a high quality workflow. Here is a set of DNG8 shot and that in-camera RAW plus DNG file and the JPEG file. As you can see in the sequence of the DNG burst, every one of the frame is different because I was shooting handheld at my hand at the windows. And for the comparison, you can see this is a single JPEG and this is a high quality JPEG from the camera RAW plus. And now in the Dolby Camera Raw, let's can make a before and after comparison. We can zoom in and see the in-camera JPEG quality after in-camera RAW plus has been improved dramatically after the in-camera stacking. So the improvement is huge. As you can see my face and the detail in the background. I'm very happy with the result. And this is a giant leap for the virtual tour photographers. And for the other part of the photo, you can also see the details, the colors, the vibrant, the highlight, the dynamic range has been improved dramatically. And after that, I will show you this 16-bit high quality in-camera DNG file. I will post-process this file in Dolby Camera Raw. And now in the Dolby Camera Raw, you know that my workflow is just like hit the auto button at the first and fine-tuning the other sliders on the Dolby Camera Raw. In this example, I was shooting at the evening.
It's way too blue outside, so I will bring on more warm tone by tuning the temperature slider and bring back the saturation a little bit to make more realistic. And you can see I will also bring back some highlight, fine tuning the contrast, set the chromatic aberration, turn on the box, and add a little bit more texture to make this photo looks more sharp. And also bring back a little bit of black. And yes, this is a very simple post-processing Adobe Camera Raw based on the 16-bit high-quality in-camera DNG file that generated with in-camera Raw Plus. And after that, I usually prefer to export in the 16-bit TIFF file for the QuickCam Studio 2.0 to stitch the panorama for me. And also stitch export in TIFF format is really fast. And after the export, we can go back to the QuickCam Studio 2.0. This is a brand new version of the QuickCam Studio. And you can drag and drop all the three files, the single JPEG, the high quality JPEG, and the color grade TIFF file. We can bring them all together and we can choose the batch stitching in the QuickCam Studio. You can see the button on the top left. And in the QuickCam Studio 2.0, we have some new options such as defringe, the gravity correction, or the chromatic aberration correction. It's very good. And when you export, select all the files, export in the QuickCam Studio, it will automatically apply all the settings to the imaging badge. And we can export with on-stitch panel if we want to correct all the stitching line. But the stitching quality for the QuickCam Studio 2.0 also improves a lot. So I would trust the camera, the software, and directly stitched 8K JPEG file from the QuickCam Studio. After that, we can add all the three 8K panoramas in the Photoshop as individual layers. Let's make a detailed comparison after one of each step in the imaging post-process pipeline. And after that, you can see on the top of the imaging layer is a single JPEG panorama. On the second layer is the in-camera high-quality JPEG. And on the bottom is the TIFF format has been color graded in Adobe Camera Raw based on high-quality desktop workflow. And now let's zoom in at the differences, see the differences in the detail between these three layers. But before that, I would like to rename for you so that you can see every one of the layers in the Photoshop. We can zoom in and you can see my face and the background. And now we are in the single JPEG mode. And this is an in-camera high quality JPEG. You can see the improvement is just huge. And if we take a closer at the buildings outside the windows, we can even see that after the in-camera Raw Plus stacking, the details on the architecture at the far side also improves dramatically. This is huge, right? And also we can bring back more details after the advanced the desktop workflow in high quality. So we can see that for the post-process pipeline on the desktop, with the help of the Adobe Camera Raw, we can bring back all the details, all the possibilities in the high quality 16-bit DNG file. And the in-camera JPEG in high quality also is very good. But we still have lots more potential to squeeze out every detail on the desktop. So this is what I want to share with you, the high quality desktop.
Let's give some summary for this tutorial. Yes, with the in-camera Raw Plus, with this huge update on the firmware, I think the next generation Raw Plus is in your hand. So the next generation Raw Plus is a full functionality Raw Plus right in your hand in your camera. So this is a huge milestone for the QuickCam 8K. And we could unleash the power, especially the computational power within the powerful platform of the Kuka Make. So now the camera is not just a tool for you to capture, save an image. The camera is now a computational desktop level platform for you. And we should rethink the computational photography in the VR 360 era, because with this camera, the computational photography for the VR 360 is like never before. I know that with the Z1 we have HDR DNG, but the Kuka Make is inevitably much faster than the Ricoh Theta Z1. So the platform, the computational resources, is just awesome inside the Kuka Make. And in the future, I do want to have a histogram. You know that with histogram we can have a much more precise control on the exposure settings. And with the adaptive RAW Plus, we can do the RAW Plus with adaptive stacking numbers. So that will speed up the RAW Plus process a lot faster. And I will also have a zero shutter lag DNG8. So once you are holding the camera in your hand, the computational platform inside the camera will constantly capture DNG shot at burst rate. And when you press the shutter button, it's actually to trigger the in-camera RAW Plus. So the user experience will be much better than before, and the rendering speed for the RAW Plus is gonna be faster. So the zero shutter lag has been applied to many advanced flagship models, the Android and iPhone. They all have the ZSL. And for the one-shot 360 cameras, none of the manufacturer has ever applied ZSL inside the camera. Yeah, and also I would like to have a self-defined DNG burst, such as the DNG 16 or the DNG Unlimited. Yes, that's just a dream, right? Perform multiple DNG 8, generate multiple 16-bit RAW Plus DNG, and by multi-select all these high-quality DNG files and RAW Plus, in-camera RAW Plus, all of the files once again. So it's like a RAW Plus. So RAW Plus, multiple RAW Plus, and another RAW Plus. This is very interesting, right? Yeah. I hope you can learn something about the latest firmware update, huge update on the Kuka Make. And I hope you can learn and master the Express DNG8 and in-camera RAW Plus at the same time in this video. And in my episode 2, I'm gonna share with you everything I know about the Super HDR. So stay tuned. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.